Hey guys, welcome back to another Let's Play video of mine. As you can see on the screen, in the title, and even in the description, we are back to playing some The Ramen Prince. And if you guys remember where we last left off, we continued down our relationship path with Timon, the head teacher at the Food Academy. And we officially started, well, the character and my character and her officially started to make their relationship public to everyone else, including, my characters, the people that my character works with, and everything else. And everything so far, for the most part, seems to be going good between them. We'll see if that continues. I don't know. I feel like there might be some drama coming up soon. Probably something dealing with her family, considering she just told us about some of the horrific stuff some of her family has done to her and her sister in the past. So I have a feeling some things are going to start to get interesting. Also, I think we're also getting close to the end, if I'm not mistaken, because the festival is already being mentioned coming up soon. And if you guys remember from my first playthrough, link for that will be down below, and probably at the end. If you remember from my first playthrough, the game ended up ending around the festival time last time, so I feel like we're getting close to the end on this playthrough as well. So I don't know if this is going to be the last episode, if there's going to be one more, I don't know. We'll see how far I go this episode, and we'll see what winds up happening. But I'm going to quit my rambling now, and we're going to dive into the game. We continue where we last left off, so let's go. I miss her. We've been working hard arranging things for the festival, and I haven't seen her in a while. She's busy too. It's exams week at the once again, guys, just forewarning, I'm gonna butcher some of the names. I apologize, please forgive me. And also, should have probably said this at the beginning. Should probably say this at the beginning of every episode I do of this. This is an 18+ game, so if you do plan on playing this, you have to be over the age of 18. Figured I should mention that. She's busy too. It's exams week at the Suzuki, and she had her hands full with classes and tests. We make up for it by texting messages and calling, but it's not the same. She's still deliciously obedient. When I tell her to pump her fingers into her for me, I can hear her groans and soft squeaking noises her hands make as she complies. I wish I was there to taste, like I said, 18+ game, to taste her, but it can't be helped. I intend more to make up for that at the Matsuri, but that's a couple days away. I bought the ingredients we're going to need for the festival and stopped by the mall first for something to drink. Also, because I'm thinking about giving Timon a present, but what kind of present would she like? I look around, but nothing stands out to me. I could get her good lord. I could get her some kitchen equipment, but she probably already has all the latest ones. So maybe something a bit more personal? I take a look at the flower shop. They're selling some nice bouquets. I could have one pre-ordered for the day of the festival. She loves purple and blue, and I see some gorgeous orchids and hydrangeas inside. I always said Hyundai for some reason. My eyes glance toward one of the smaller sections of the mall. I've been here enough times to know that there is also a very small shop at the very end of the corridor. I passed by it a few times and never went in. They sell a lot of sex products, from Viagra to dildos and more. It might be the same place Tomoya gets her robe. Maybe she'll prefer that instead, although it's going to be a hell of a lot embarrassing to buy. But then again, maybe she'd appreciate a little more romantic gesture. No, definitely buy the sex toy. It takes some stealing nerves to do. Wait. Okay, it takes some stealing of nerves to do, but I finally master up enough courage to step into the sex shop. Fortunately, there aren't any other people browsing in there, to my relief. The last time I went in, Wait, last time... Wait, dear God. Like I said, gonna butcher the hell out of some of this. The last thing I want is some awkward eye avoiding with other customers. Once inside though, a variety of choices assault me. They do have the rope bindings, and they also have lingerie and stockings and corsets. They also have what looks like floggers made of either leather or feathers. Some sex games like strip poker and dice, and some roleplay costumes. Now, I will not lie. Something you guys should know about yours truly. I have been to one of the said stores before. That's all I'm gonna say. I've been to one before. I try to figure out what Timon would be more interested in, and my gaze lands on an assortment of dildos and vibrators. Well, they look a lot more interesting. My mind immediately dredges up all the fun things I could do with her with those. After some deciding, I finally settle on one of the vibrators shaped like a penis. I select the one that looks to be... I swear, if my channel was big enough, and my channel got approved for monetization, my video series on this would not be monetized in the slightest. God, it wouldn't be. I select one of the one that looks to be my size, not without some embarrassment. Hey, at least these look to be more the popular size, and the only thing bigger are the enormous black dildos on display. So at least that's ego boosting. I try not to make eye contact with the lady who rings up my sales, but she must be used to this form of customers and barely gives me a second glance. Well, yeah, she runs a sex shop. I mean, come on. I hurry out of the shop once my purchase is done, but at least that's finally done. Good lord. But at least that's finally done. Now the fun part will be figuring out how to present this to Timon, and if she'd even like it. Oh, trust me. The kind of person she is, she will. Well, I'm sure she might, appreciate the flowers too. I think that is more her style. If Mountain Dew, you want to sponsor a small YouTuber and streamer, hit me up. Like that'll ever happen. Now the fun part will be, Timon, and if she even liked it. It's the day of the festival. It was a while, so maybe you are getting close to the end of the game. Okay. So this actually might be the last episode. Let's see, the day of the festival couldn't come fast enough. Already there are over 3 dozen or so people setting up stalls by the time we arrived at the grounds. Some were putting up streams of colorful pennants and banners overhead, giving the place a festive look. This is exciting. I've never been to a festival before. Oh, you never been to any in Tokyo? Nope, I've always been too busy working at the restaurant to take time for stuff like that. Yeah, good lord. I never really thought about going. Come to think of it, it didn't seem as important to me then. That kind of workaholic attitude, I'm surprised you even had time to go out on dates. At the rate you've been falling asleep left and right the last few days, I'm surprised you would criticize anyone else for working too hard. Once again, I think I said this in my last Let's Play through the series of this. The animation that Paper Waifu did with this is top notch. So, Paper Waifu, if you ever do wind up seeing this, very well done. That's mean. I didn't fall asleep. Wait, I didn't sleep at all this morning. That's because it's 7 a.m. You better not be napping so soon after starting. While the two banter, I'm busy setting up our stall with the rest of the workers, making sure nothing gets spilled or dislodged. We've been up and working at the Oji preparing the stock and the ingredients. God, this is gonna make me hungry. Ingredients since 5 a.m. and I don't want our hard work going to waste. I sneak glances from time to time at the other stalls though, wondering if Timon was already here. I don't see her, but then again, she technically doesn't have any stalls to man, just her students. I see a few people wearing the Institute uniform and assumed those must be her charges. Are you looking for your Are you looking for your lady love this early in the morning? Of course not. Oh, really now? Then my eyes must be deceiving me because you've been paying less attention to the stall, more attention to the Suzuki students over there. Do you think they're going to be our competition, or do you just want to know when Miss Tusundra is showing up so you can start acting cool? Ren, of course not. That's not what I'm doing at all. You think the man doth protest too much. See? You just looked back at them just now. That's because you're making me look at them. You should introduce us. Huh? Once you're done with your date, you should drop by the stall and introduce her to us officially. I'll still be preparing more broth when your shift ends later, so I won't see her, but I'll be there later tonight. Oh, that's true. You didn't even probably introduce us yet, have you? What a meanie. I'm sorry, I just didn't think about it. Sure. They're just teasing him. I'm just going to keep standing here and nodding my head like this while you turn red as a tomato. Last time I checked, it was you guys who are being mean. Never. I'll be looking forward to meeting her later. At least it seems Sango cooled down about her, at least. Or at least stopped worrying less. Never a boring day with these two, at least. The festival begins soon enough. I would love to go to an actual, one of the things I want to do, and I hopefully I'm going to do within the next probably 2 years, I'd say, is I want to go to Japan, and I'd love to go to one of their festivals. I really would. There's 3 places I've always, before I die, there's 3 places I want to go to. One is Tokyo, Japan. I want to go to Tokyo. I've always wanted to go to Tokyo. I want to go to Puerto Rico. And I want to go to Honolulu, Hawaii. I can't exactly say why. They're just places that I've seen either friends go to or vloggers I watch go to, and I just wanted to go and just experience that at least once, if that makes any sense. Let's see, within an hour, we're selling ramen from our stall like a pro. Almost like we've been doing this for years. Ren and Senga are going to be taking over and overseeing the night shift, so now they're probably wandering the fair themselves. We've prepared enough stock to last for most of the day, and we can make more if we have to. Which we might, because we're selling like hotcakes. Anna, will do. See if we have enough egg and seaweed. Sure. Like I said, this is gonna make me hungry. Monami, we need 3 orders of A1, 2 orders of C1, and 3 of B2. I could never be a professional cook like that, because I would not be able to memorize the menu. Like, I do not have that good of a memory. Meiko, ramen's ready. Okay. Hinata, yes, I'm here. Please serve these bowls. Yes, Mr. Taco Bell. I still can't believe I made that my last name. Monami, heads up. Prepping up. All in all, everything is going smoothly, and I couldn't be more pleased. Karu? There she is. Simone. As usual, she looks gorgeous in her yukata. It's richer and more delicately detailed than most yukatas, but it suits her well. She looks tired though, like she hadn't been sleeping well. I guess being the instructor is harder work than most people think. Do you like it? I can tell she's not used to wearing something like this. In fact, some of her students are staring at her in shock. More than a few of other guests are eyeing her with admiration, which annoys me a little. A little bit of my progressiveness is coming out. I shouldn't be bothering you when you're clearly busy. No, wait, stop. Her eyes widen. I can't. Good lord. I hadn't consciously chosen it, but she recognizes the tone of voice I use, and that I employ when she's the one I employ when I got used to being a dom by now. I do like the rope bindings that she favors, but I think she gets off more when I command her like this. We haven't often done this in public before, but I know she's not averse to the idea. Besides, she looks gorgeous. It brings out the monster in me. Because we've been busy preparing, we hadn't had much time to meet up. I hadn't slept with her in a week at this point. I tell one of my employees to take over briefly and step away from the stall so no one can hear us. Come here. He gazes up at me, then takes graceful, mincing steps. I've never really heard that word used in that context before. To where I stood. I kind of want to touch her, but I know there's way too many eyes looking, so I can grope her all I want later, possibly. Good girl. She flushes even harder. I know the words are turning her on. I brought the vibrator with me, unwrapped, to make sure Ren and... wrapped. I said... second there I thought I said unwrapped, and I was about to say. Wrapped, to make sure Ren and Sango don't see. I have something for you. I hand her the paper bag I used to bring it in. She opens it and makes a soft, gasping noise. She's fighting hard to keep from blushing, but she's failing. For the rest of the day, I want you to wear this. We've gone without for so long. This should tide you over until you can get her the real thing tonight. She trembles at first. I'm worried that she doesn't like it and she's mad at me. But one look at her face tells me all I need to know. Her eyes are feverish, and there are bright spots on her cheeks. Hi guys, we're back. You know, obviously I had to skip a certain scene there, but we're back. You can use your imagination as to what happened. Do it for me, my lady. She actually giggles. Yes, master. After one last kiss, I watch her hips as she walks away. Despite the vibrator inside her, she managed to walk without eliciting too much curious stares. And once she's gone, I exhale softly. Fuck, but that might have been the most erotic thing I've ever seen a girl do for me. For me, there is pride there, and she loves me even though... Wait. There is pride there that she loves me enough to do this for me. Love? Yeah, definitely. The afternoon wears on, and we're soon busy handing out bowls of ramen and replenishing our stocks as soon as we can. From time to time, I can still glance out into the crowd, wondering where Timon is. But soon enough, I have to go back to my work and make sure I don't lose concentration, because serving out ramen can be pretty tricky. I do eventually catch sight of her as the afternoon lengthens, when she passes by on her way to inspect her students' booths again. She's still a bit flushed, but she must have gotten used to the vibrator inside her because she shows no outward expression of discomfort. Her red cheeks are probably the only indication anything is wrong, but that could just be an attribute to the warmth of the day. Still, the sight of her makes me feel satisfied. When she turns to look at me, her eyes are still bright. She sees me watching her and gently closes her eyes. She's squeezing her muscles around the vibrator. I can realize immediately she's pretending that it's me, and I can nearly groan out aloud, remembering how that feels like. Oh, good lord. She disappears from view before I can see her again, and ruefully tell myself that I have to be satisfied with waiting for her date later. Pretty soon my shift winds down to a close, and I can see our relief personnel arriving to take over. Ren appears soon after the rest of the stock and ingredients we've been... Ren appears soon after with the rest of the stock and ingredients we've been running out of. So, how was it? We're popular. I've had to remake the stock and pot... I've had to remake the stock on the spot a couple of times to keep from running out. Excellent. Thank you for your hard work, Karu. Let me take over for now so you can enjoy yourself. Where's Sango? Busy is prepping ingredients at the last minute. She'll be here soon. I hope she doesn't fall asleep on the way over. I don't think so. She hasn't done that all day. She's been pretty focused as of late. Your discipline must finally be running off on her. Ah, it better. Now shoot and prepare to find your date. Karu? Timon approaches us, her eyes looking curiously at Ren. You're just in time, Timon. This is Ren, the OG's manager. She also works for the Okinawa group. He raves about you all the time, Miss Tsuda. I'm finally glad to meet you. Ren. Timon only laughs. It's a pleasure to meet you too. It's good to finally meet the other genius behind the OG. Oh, that's all, Karu. I just do the logistics. And the evening rush is about to start, so you should go and enjoy yourselves. Thanks again, Ren. She's nice. Yeah, she is. She's been after me about introducing you to her for a while now. And are you feeling okay? Timon's gaze is heated as she rakes her eyes over me. It's been a while since we could be alone like this. Damn, I just want to jump on her right now, but there's no way, but there's way too many people around. Are you done with your students? She nods. I can't bear it anymore. It's been inside me all day, I can't. Her result finally crumbles now that there's no one else but me to see. She actually worn the vibrator for nearly the whole day. Did you come? She nods again, shamefaced. How many times? 2, Master. You want more? Yes, please. Like I said, 18 plus game. I want you right now. The festival can wait. Yes. Let's go back to your place. I want to, you properly. She moans at my words. She can't wait either. Alright guys, hey, we're back. Okay, so you can imagine, once again, use your imagination, you know what happened. One thing I will let you know that happened towards the end of their excursion is that they finally admitted to each other that they loved each other. So that did happen. That's one thing I figured at least you guys should know. But now, they're back at the festival, so here we go. I felt bad about her not getting to enjoy the rest of the festival, so we quickly dress and head back to enjoy the last few activities. I'm glad to see that the OG stall is doing well, and Ren and Sango manning the booth, but I decided to keep away from now. They look pretty busy. Look at that, I haven't had pierogi in so long. And there's crepes right next to it too. They look great, they're always popular in our restaurants. You make crepes too? The high-end kind, with Amita, like I said, gonna butcher names. I would just butcher stuff in general, but with Amita and Gold Dragons. Wow. But sometimes simpler is better, right? No arguments from me there. Yeah. Let's get some for us. I buy 2 cups of the shaved ice, hers in black sesame flavor and mine in green tea. I haven't had these in a long time either. I don't even remember eating much of these as a kid, 2 or 3 times maybe. I used to go through these as a child. I've always been warned I'd develop diabetes and get fat because I ate them so much. There's no way you could ever be classified as overweight. You're too kind. You have a gorgeous breast, though strictly observational. These better be the only breasts you should be oogling too. I'm blind to anyone else. You are more than enough for me. Oh, look at that. Oh, Lord Almighty. We look up and see fireworks exploding above us, lighting the sky with fire and colors. They look amazing. Timon sighs happily and nestles against me. I put my hand around her waist and draw her close. Together we watch the fireworks without saying anything else. We don't need to. How was everything? More than adequate. We're practically sold out. That's great. I'm not surprised. I called it on the first day you guys opened. Timon sounds off for some reason. She had a text message once we got back to the festival grounds, but she's been pretty quiet after that. Oh lord, like I said. Thank you for the vote of confidence and for all your help back then. To have the approval of the Suzuki director is the highest compliment I can think of. No need for that. You have been an amazing product and an amazing chef. It was only a matter of time. Phew, I'm glad Ren and Timon are getting along. Oh, you haven't met the other people at the OG, right? Timon, this is Sango. Hello, Timon. Oh god, here we go. Sango, how? You know each other? Oh yes, tell me how you know me. Wait, tell him how you know me, Timon. What's going on? Tell him how abusive both of our— Oh shit. This is her sister. Holy fuck. The one that got abused by her stepmother. And how you've been content to look the other way until it was almost too late. Tell him how you've been so caught up with your academy that you give little thought to your stepsister who has been beaten up and hurt by her own mother, and you'd rather cover it up than help. What? What? Sango, does that mean that you and Timon are sisters? Ha! Legally, maybe, but she's no sister of mine. You're all the same. As long as I don't cause any problems to your reputation, you're content to look the other way. I guess you must have been scared when I ran away, huh? That I might contact one of the newspapers and tell all. Or, dear God. Or, I knew there was drama coming. Or, you were relieved that I wasn't around anymore. Did you hope that I'd wind up dead somewhere and keep your secrets? Sango. If you're still interested in pursuing Okaru, then you're out to know all the skeletons of the Tsuda family closet, right? You disgust me, Timon. I'm leaving. Hey, Sango, wait. Well then. Sango turns and stalks away, with Ren frantically giving chase. Is Sango... Wait, is this true what Sango is saying? I have to go. Without another word, she turns and runs... Shit. She runs across the park grounds, and I'm too stunned still to run after her. Somehow, I don't think she really wants me to go after her anyway. What the hell is this? If what Sango said was true, then did Timon really... She told me about her father and how horribly he had treated his family, including her and her stepsister. But Sango doesn't seem to think that way. It sounded like she accused Timon of being just as bad, too. And the way Timon reacted, it's almost like she was guilty. I haven't been able to contact Timon the last day or so since the Matsuri. I tried going to the Suzuki Institute, but was informed that Timon wouldn't be conducting any classes for a while. Some relief instructors had taken her place instead. They didn't give me any reason for why, however. And Timon hasn't been replying to any of my texts or answering my calls. I'm a little frustrated. I want to get to the bottom of this, but she isn't letting me. Oh. Ren. It's you. You okay? As much as I can be, yeah. Timon hasn't called or texted me. I'm worried. Have you tried going to her place? I thought about it, but I wasn't sure if she would appreciate me there at this point. She might not. But let me tell you, speaking as a woman, she'd be sadder if you didn't make the effort. will get mad at you or get sad, but it'll always be worse if you don't reach out. Thanks. I'll visit her after her shift is over then. I'm a little worried about Sango too. Sango has been pretty quiet for most of the day without her useful cheer. She isn't even fallen asleep today this once. She's been throwing herself into her cooking with barely a word to anyone else. Much as I hate to admit it, I'd much rather she be lethargic and sleepy than like this. Have you tried talking to her? Yeah, but it's clear she doesn't want to talk about it. Maybe you had better luck? I sense that she might want to talk to you about this and not me. Yeah, I'll go talk to her now. Thanks, friend. No problem. I'll need to step out for a bit and buy some more ingredients. I'll be back in a couple hours, just in time to open. Alright. Sango? Oh, hi boss. Can we talk for a minute? I have to ask. I'll ask you someone else to take over prep. She hesitates and nods. We move toward the inner garden, away area for some privacy. I suppose you're going to fire me now. I understand. I'm sorry for everything. May I have a day to pack my things up at the manor? First off, you're not getting fired. You're too valuable here for that. Plus, I can tell there's a lot more... Wait. Plus, I can tell this is a lot more serious than either Renner or I know. Her shoulders slump. I'm sorry. You can apologize by letting me know what happened between you and Timon. You don't have to give me any details you're not comfortable with, but if you can at least give me an idea. No, it's about time you guys knew. I'm sorry I hadn't told you earlier. I just feel embarrassed. As you probably know, my mother was Sakura Akari. She married Timon's dad many years ago, and she became my stepsister. It was terrible. My mother had bipolar disorder, and she chose not to treat she chose not to treat despite doctor's orders. Over time, she grew more abusive to me. You must have wondered about some of the scars I have. Oh, Sango. It's okay, they don't hurt me anymore. But the emotional abuse was even worse. I didn't have anyone to turn to in the family. My stepfather knew about it, but didn't care. The only steps he took were to make sure none of these reached the media. He threatened or fought off a lot of people to stay silent. Simone wasn't any better either. She was at boarding school for the most part, but she knew my mother was suffering, that I was suffering. And the only time she did anything about it is when she decided she wanted to be independent from her stepfather. What do you mean? She was under his thumb for nearly all her life. She couldn't blow her nose without asking him for permission, much less open any restaurants or academies on her own. So she used me as leverage. She told him she would go to the newspapers and tell all about my mother's condition unless he gave her leeway to start her own business. She basically threw my mother and I under the bus to get what she wanted. I was eavesdropping when she confronted my stepfather about it. I couldn't believe it. I can tell from the look on her face she wasn't lying, and my heart sank. She felt guilty, of course. She tried her best to get me involved in her business, too. At first I was grateful not to be hit anymore, and that I was willing to let her. But it eventually dawned on me that she was using me all over again. I was a pretty good cook. My mother made sure of that, even at the cost of my health. Now she was using me as a tool to improve her restaurants and take all the credit. I wasn't over my mom's abuse yet then either. I started falling apart. In the end, I ran away. Oh my god, Sango, I'm so sorry. I had no idea what you went through. It's okay, you did more than enough for me. You took me in and gave me a job when I had no other credentials or qualifications to show for. And then Yurin gave me a place to stay. For the first time, I realized this is how a family was supposed to be like. I owe everything to you. And that's why I was so mad when I learned you were dating her, of all people. I didn't want you staying with someone like that, knowing the kind of person she was. I was worried she was going to use you too. After all, this is a new and popular restaurant. It could be competition for her. But I didn't know what to do or how to approach you without telling you about my family history which I was still ashamed of. Not to mention my jealousy. Wait, what? What do you mean? I knew you were dense, but I had no idea you are just how dense you were. I like you. I wasn't sure how to express that either, but I really do like you. She steps closer until there's barely any space between us. I was immobile, just staring dumbly at her as trying to process what I just heard. Sango likes me? Can you grow to care for me too? Before I can answer that, she reaches on her tippy toes and kisses me lightly on the lips. Wow, she really does like me. Nope. Pull away. As gently as I could, I took a hold of Sango's shoulders and pushed her away. Sango, I'm sorry, but I love Timon. I understand that you don't like her, and you have a lot of good reasons to. But I consider you one of my closest friends, and you're not in the right frame of mind to be doing this. And neither am I either. I don't want you doing anything you're going to regret later on. And don't you think it's a little unfair that you're taking things out on me because of your dislike? Even with this one, I still keep losing out to her. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. It won't happen again. It's just, all my life she's always been the golden child, the one everyone looks up to, Miss Perfection. And me, I'm the girl that always keeps screwing up no matter what my talent. She's been groomed to succeed, and I'm always been told that I'm a failure. You're not a failure, you're one of the strongest people I know. I'm glad to have known you, and I'm happy you're here. And that's why I think you're a lot better than this. I don't know what Timon's part in all this is, but I also owe it to her to explain her. But I also owe it to her. Wait, good lord. But I also owe it to her explain her side too. I don't want to see either of you sad, and I want to help. Will you let me? After a moment, Sango nods. Okay, I owe everything to you. You took me in and made sure I'm well cared for. I don't know why you want to willingly involve yourself in all this, but I trust you. There's a movement behind me. Oh shit. Here we go. Hello, Karu. Hello, Sango. Can I have a word? I exited Sango to the runway, but I expected Sango to run away, but she doesn't. She stays put, though she glowers at Timon, who looks uncomfortable. Sure, I was about to go and see you. I'm glad I came here first. Can we talk? You too, Sango. Do whatever you want. I deserve that. I'm sorry I ran away the other night. I wasn't thinking straight. Sango, I've been looking for you for the longest time. I hired private investigators. They looked everywhere for you. Not everywhere enough, I guess. I would have never thought that you would be here of all places. Why, so you could get me to work in another one of your restaurants? I thought you enjoyed working there. That's why I encouraged you. Sango snorts and says nothing. I set up a trust fund for you. I just wanted to let you know that if you didn't want to work, you didn't have to. I don't want anything from him. I know, the money was from your mother. The bulk of Sakura's fortune shall go to you. I made sure of that. I want you to be able to do whatever you want for a change. I want you to be free. No one else to be around to tell you what to do. That's the only reason why I was looking for you. I know we didn't treat you well. You don't have to see me ever again if you don't want to. But I just wanted to tell you about this so you know. I'm pretty sure your father's not going to like this. He wants to keep the companies he made with Sakura together. My father hasn't been able to make a decision for himself for a while now. He's dying. What? Why didn't I know about this? He's been sick for the last couple months. The doctors say he might die any day now. I just came from his bedside this morning. Last night I received a text that said that's the text that my character was referencing. I received a text that he had gotten much worse. She looks at me. It's right after we went back to the festival, after the fireworks, before we returned to the stall. That explained why she fled like that. Sengo's appearance would have made it even worse. I was about to tell you about father, then Karu. Well, I was about to tell you about my father, then Karu. I decided to wait after we talked to Ren, but then it didn't happen. I'm sorry, I would have told you sooner, but there's no change in his condition for months. I didn't want to talk about him. That's okay. Must have been hard for you. Not as hard as it's been on Sango. I'm not here to ask you to like me. I understand more than anyone that I don't deserve to be liked. But please, whatever Sakura was, she worked hard to make sure that she was legacy. Wait, but please, whatever Sakura was, she worked hard to make sure that her legacy passes on to you. I don't want your mother's fortune. I don't deserve it. Can you at least think about it? At least come visit the lawyers and see what they have to say. Fine. I kissed Karu several minutes ago before you came in. Sango, what? I was angry and embarrassed. I wanted to get back at you somehow. Karu was the easiest way. But you must know he rejected me completely. He's pretty serious about you, and if you break his heart, you'll have to answer to me, alright? I'm off. Boss, gotta go prepare for lunch. Well, could have ended worse. Sango walks away, leaving us alone. What? I was going to tell you for the record. I was hoping Sango wasn't around first before I did. I wasn't expecting her to be so upfront about it. Yes, she's always been like that when she's of a mind to. Are we okay? Yes, I trust you. I'd appreciate if you don't go around kissing other people anymore, though, especially stepsisters. No chance of it now. I kiss her to prove it, and she sighs. I came here expecting the worst. I'm glad it didn't. And about my father, we did our best to keep it out of the news, but I'm going to have to announce it within the next couple of days. I've also been busy trying to sort out his companies, and to tell you the truth, I'm not even sure I want to keep all the companies. Really? I love the Academy. I love some of the restaurants I've been personally invested in. They're not high-end establishments like my father always insists on, and not something I can see myself overseeing in the future. I'd like to sell them off and start my own businesses, but my father would never have let me. I've always been under his thumb, always trying to please someone who's never going to be. I can see how Sango might think I'm a little misperfect from her point of view. That's why I don't blame her. I've never been a daughter, just an asset to his company. You remember what I told you about the guy I passed relationship with? He was the son of my father's business associate. Father was mad when I broke it off. The ropes and being submissive for the rest of my life. The ropes and being submissive for the rest. For the first time, it was me doing something I wanted and not what he expected me to do. Isn't it strange how being submissive actually gave me more freedom than I ever had in my life? It's not weird at all. You're the only one who knows about this. Sango doesn't now. And I'm frightened, and it frightened me a little. Like maybe if you knew what kind of person I really was, you wouldn't like me anymore. My reputation as the ice chef actually helped me hide it a bit. Weren't you even a little bit intimidated by me, or worried? Nope. Nah. You're too gorgeous. And in case you don't remember, we didn't exactly meet under the circumstances most other couples would. So technically, the first time I saw But so technically, the first thing I saw when I saw you for the first time was you're around sexy, but Timon swats me on the arm. She's blushing a bit. Stop that. You opened the door. Best decision of my life. She's still embarrassed about our first meeting. I can understand that. It's not something that we'll be able to tell people when we ask how we first met. But it's nice, like we have a secret no one else needs to know. But maybe I should stop teasing her about it. I can only do that for so many times. I wish I could stay longer. I need to talk to the hospital and a few doctors. How is your dad holding up right now? It's looking bad. You know what the irony is? I'm not sad that he's about to die. I'm concerned that he's going to die, but I don't feel the sadness most children would after losing their parents. Does that make me a bad person? I reach over and hug her tightly. It doesn't make you a bad person. It just makes you human. And I'm glad for it. Well, at least things ended on a slightly good note between her and her sister. Timon and I both agreed that I shouldn't visit Timon's father or get anywhere close to the academy. Timon and I both agreed that I shouldn't visit Timon's father or get anywhere close to the academy. I sincerely doubt that he would look favorably on his daughter dating some chef some chef no one even knows about. He might not have been the nicest man, but at this point I don't think he needs any more stress. Timon might not be on good terms with him, but she still cares for him at the very least, even if it's not as deeply as she would have wanted. And her and Sango aren't exactly on good terms either, but they're a lot better now than they used to be, which is good. At Ren's urging, she finally agreed to talk to a few of Timon's lawyers to figure out her finances. She doesn't look too happy when she returns, but she's not mad either. I'm so confused. What's Peach? What's Purse Stripes? What's what's a Rudisserie estate? How do I know I can trust its vocality? What's a descent? I have no idea what's happening. Calm down, Sango. I don't know what they're making me sign. Wait, no one explained anything to you? You didn't actually sign anything, did you? No? Timon tried to explain everything to me, but I got muddled halfway through. In the end, she got a different lawyer who can act for me instead of one of the company lawyers, so it won't be a conflict of interest. You do know she's trying to best look out for you, right? Yeah, I guess. For now, from what I understand, my finances have gone up since she took charge of it on my behalf. And she never used it for company funds either. Are you on better terms with her now? You have a motive to see us cordial with each other, boss. But yeah, I guess we're alright. I've heard from a few other people that there's no love lost between her and her father either. It's a bit like Mom and me, except my mom was affectionate with me on her good days, but physically abusive when her condition got worse. Hers wasn't physical abuse, but it was emotional. She always was manipulative bastard. He was always a manipulative bastard, but she always gave him the benefit of the doubt. I guess that's why she didn't really know about what happened with me. You forgive her? I don't know. Maybe. But I'm not mad at her anymore, okay? I guess we've got a lot more in common than I thought. That's good to hear. Definitely. And are you okay with me dating your stepsister? Yes, you big pervert. You have my blessing. Even despite all the perverted slop things you guys are doing. What? Huh? Did she? I snooped through your phone and whatever. Why did she do that? That phone never leaves my pants pocket, not even when I'm cooking. You can't just go and look at my phone's pictures like that. And it's not perverted. Most people just don't understand that culture. Oh, I lied. You're super glued to your phone practically since OG started, so I'm guessing you guys started dating. There's no way I could have looked through your phone. But your reaction is answer enough that you're doing something weird with her. What culture is it? What are you... Pervy kinks. Sango. Although, I'm curious. No, absolutely not. Not even a hint? Oh dear God. A little Whimsy hint? No. I'm glad to see Sango is in better spirits at least. That's good. Looks like Sango is a lot friendlier now. Yes, a lot more than I expected. She's still working on a few documents related to her father's estate and companies. She just gotten back from visiting her father, and it doesn't seem to be any change in his condition. She looks a bit tired. I think it's about time you took a break. These can wait. I know these can wait, but I just have to do something. I'll go mad I'll go mad if there isn't something else to do. Oh dear Lord, here we go. At least we finished Sango's side of it. How is it? She got a little more than 1 billion yen, damn, from Sakura alone. She won't accept anything from the Tsundere fortunes though. I nearly fall off the sofa. 1 billion yen? Sakura Curry is still a very big name, even today. I know, but 1 billion yen? I should have been working for her, not the other way around. She didn't tell you? I think she might have deliberately withheld that from me, now that I think about it. She wants to keep working at the OG. I can tell she's happy there, and doesn't want you to worry. I guess, but even so, you never made a big deal of... Maybe you never made that big of a deal when it came to me, though. How so? I'm worth a bit more than her, but you don't seem to you don't seem put out by that, though. But that's because... I don't care. Yeah, that's the right thing to say. You know what? That's because I don't care. Sango is one thing, but you're something else completely. You could have all the money in the world, and that wouldn't matter to me right now. Right thing to say, my dude. If you don't have a yen to your name, it wouldn't have mattered either. I love you for being you. Not Timon Tsundere of the... not Timon of the Tsundere chain of restaurants, or even Director Tsundere of the Suzuki. You're Timon, the girl I love. That's the only thing that matters to me. She goes even pinker with every word I say, but she's smiling broadly. And I love you. If anything, I should be the one worrying. One restaurant to my name, and one that hasn't even been in operation for a year, is not good credentials. I should be more self-conscious of the fact that you're even with me. Just think about it. I'm a gold digger to most people's eyes almost. Don't say that. I'm not, but people might. They probably will. Well, I don't care what they say either. They can only be so lucky. She sighs and looks down at the papers she's looking over. I know for a fact that I'd have a lot less problems. It occurs to me that what she needs right now is a distraction. All this isn't good for her. She needs something to take her mind off, if only for a while. Maybe what you need is a breather. I don't know. There's still a lot of things to look over. Any that requires immediate attention? Not really. In that case, I lean forward and kiss her hard. She relaxes into me almost immediately, and then I can feel some of the tension leave her. You're going to relax today. You've done enough work for one day. Now all you need to do is obey. She shivers happily. Yes, master. Good. Put those away for now and stand up. She does as I order, rising to her feet. It occurs to me that I should have done this earlier, but maybe she needed the release. She said enough times that these weren't too important and could wait, so maybe that was a hint in itself. In any case, she's not protesting, which is a good sign. I sit down on a nearby armchair, preparing to enjoy myself. I want you to take off your clothes when I ask you to, slowly. First, the blazer, the shirt. She shrugs off easily, taking great care to remove them slowly, like I asked. Now the skirt. Her whole body is trembling. Not from fear, but from excitement. I pause to admire the view. You're so damn gorgeous. Thank you. Amazing. She's been crying. Which puts me into an instant wakefulness. Timon, what's wrong? Okay, hi guys, we're back. Well, I didn't want you guys to miss this part, so I'm obviously cutting out a certain part that I'm able to see that you guys aren't, obviously. But this is too much of a part to pass up. So, pretty much what happened is, after their night, they embraced each other and fell asleep on Timon's bed. And he woke up to her already being awake, sitting on the edge of the bed, and her crying with the phone in her hand, which means I'm already going to guess that her father probably just died. Timon, what's wrong? Dad died. Called it. Oh, I'm so sorry, Timon. Yes, but that's not all. Someone leaked information about... Aw, fuck. Are you kidding me? Someone leaked information about Sakura, about how she mistreated Sango. What? What? Is there anything I can do right now? Just hold me. Before I have to go out there, please. I do that immediately and she begins to cry in earnest. There's a lot of work to be done. What time I can beg off working at the OG is spent by Timon's side, trying not to be too useless as she deals with the paperwork and the funeral arrangements. After that morning, she hadn't shed a tear since. Sango was little put out by having to hide, although it doesn't look like anyone actually knows she's working at the OG. Still, Ren decided to stay on the safe side. We're getting some attention because I'm dating Timon, but that's it. Oh, sorry guys, just hit my mic. This sucks. I know, roll with it for a while. That too, but what I meant was about Timon. I don't really mind if people know about me. It happened so long ago, I don't want my mom getting wait. It happened so long ago. I don't want my mom getting dragged through the mud, but it's out already. Timon might not be able to handle all this coming on top of her. Wait. Timon might not be able to handle all this coming on top of her father's death, though. It's going to be a trying time for her, I agree. Are you saying you care about how Timon feels, Sango? Yeah, I guess. Aren't you the devoted boyfriend? Shouldn't you be by her side right now? Are you giving me permission to leave the Yoji? Of course not. She has no say in the matter. But I do. Take as much time as you need. We'll handle everything here. Thanks, guys. Oblivious as always. Meaning that he could have probably left a lot sooner if he wanted to. There's a lot of reporters at the academy. I have to sneak in through the side door just to avoid their attention. They don't see me, thankfully. I'm pretty sure this is not the kind of publicity Ren wants. I find her hunched over her office table, rubbing tiredly at her eyes. She smiles briefly when she sees me. How are things? Tolerable, barely. But I don't know for how long. We're getting some pushback because of the news of Sakura. They're making it seem like the whole company has to know about the abuse and has been hiding it. And that's not fair. You didn't know? No, but my father did. So in many ways, they're still liable to a certain extent. Even by dying, he's lucky. He escaped all this blowback. What are you going to do? I might have to lie low for a while. Stocks aren't looking good right now. There are a lot of investments and companies abroad that will be affected by this. And that means I have to leave. I'll have to leave. Leave? I don't want to. If this was only me, I wouldn't. But there's a lot of people and employees depending on making sure that we come out okay. I don't have much of a choice. I see. It's not forever. I don't know how long it'll take, but it won't. Does it have to be you? Yes, without Dad at the helm, I'm the only one knowledgeable about the rest of his investments. I think a few people might even try to wrestle control of some companies we might have majority stake in. They'll be more obedient if I'm not there. Emboldened if I'm not there. It's okay. If you don't like the long-distance relationships, I understand. You're doing it again. Doing what? Trying to distance yourself from me again. That's not going to work. I know you too well. I don't want a long-distance relationship, and I don't want to break off anything with you either. But I don't think I have any. I think we do. I have an idea. Boyfriend to the rescue. You really sure about this, Sango? You really sure about this, Sango? You're the one to ask me to do this in the first place, you know. But I'm pretty sure the vultures can never do much about things if scandals fizzle out. You don't have to do this. The media attention. It's fine. You said I can claim my... You said I can claim my half of the family fortune, right? And I guess I'll have to learn to be in the spotlight every now and then. I'll be part of the company on two conditions. I want to have money invested in the OG, and I want to keep working here. Only if you're sure, Sango. I'm sure. I like working here. Thank you, Sango. That's what sisters are for, right? Right. So wait, I'm kind of lost on what they're gonna do. In the end, it did work. The Sakura Akari was suffering from the mental condition was not as spicy as... That Sakura Akari was suffering from a mental condition was not as spicy as Sakura Akari intentionally abusing her daughter. Sango was able to deflect a lot of the news. Sango was able to deflect a lot of the news, was even able to promote mental health and even blamed social norms for treating it like a horrible disease. Nice. If Sakura had been given the proper care without mental conditions, being looked down on, she would have been healthy and happy. Stocks climbed back up after that, especially when Senka sided with Timon. Looks like she could stay after all, and I'm glad. I love you. I love you too, milady. You don't have... Wait. Don't you have to get up soon? I know you have a few important meetings today. It's okay. I can play hooky once in a while. I'd rather spend it with you. That's not going to help your vaunted reputation, you know. Let them. The only title I want to hear today is Lady Timon. Yay! Everything worked out. Your wish is my command. So everything worked out in the end. Sweet. Ramen is life. At least it's my life. But in the course of my stay here at the Hidaka, I've learned to juggle many titles. Chef, owner, manager, cook. But by far the most important title to me is Master. Finally mastering my life for a change. Being happy. And with Timon by my side, I feel like I can be all of that. Something special lingers here. Thank you for playing the Ramen Prince. Alright guys, and that is it for the Ramen Prince, our second playthrough of it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this. Please let me know if you did, by letting me know in the comments down below. Also, if you do, of course, obviously like the video, please remember to hit that like button. And while you're at it, if you are new to the channel and you like what you see here on the channel, please remember to hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, make sure you hit that bell button and make sure to turn on all notifications so that way YouTube can hopefully let you know when I post a video. But thank you very much for everyone who decided to watch this second Let's Play series of the Ramen Prince. I do plan on doing other visual novel-based games in the future. As most of you know, I'm a big fan of visual novel-based games. Especially romance ones. Call me Sap, I know. But I'll see you guys later. Be sure to check out my other videos. And please, 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 guys, as always, stay active on the channel. Not only do I love to see what you guys are talking about here on the channel, but it also helps out the channel in the long run. Because, you know, lovely YouTube and their algorithm. With that being said, I'll see you guys later. As always, and forever, peace. I'll see you on my Spark Watchers.